We'd like to welcome everyone to our board meeting tonight. We're going to start things tonight with a musical performance by the Bonneville High School Tapestry Choir. They're going to sing to us "What I'll Know." They're directed by Mishy Kirby. And then after the performance, we will have Carter Morris lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Awesome job. Thanks, Carter, and thanks to the choir. Awesome job. Do you have an encore song that you can sing?
We could use that memory.
Bring it on.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This is awesome.
That was great. Makes you want to dance just a little bit. Board, we've had the opportunity to review the items on the consent calendar, and I'd entertain a motion to approve the items on the calendar. Doug, second. Jan, any discussion by anyone?
I just have a comment.
Okay.
My question was on the TSSA plans. If in the future we could get those with more notice, like I know that in the past we've gotten the community council plans before. There was just a lot of plans to look over in those few days. So
Sure, thanks, Kelly. Yep.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, all in favor of approval, say aye. Any opposed? Thanks. For our public comment portion of our meeting tonight, we've had no one sign up electronically and no one sign up at the door, so we'll move on from that. Some discussion items. Superintendent Butters, please.
Yes, Board, thanks for just giving me a couple minutes. As you know, we've gone through quite a reorganizational effort at the district with the intent to provide more support at the school level to our employees, our students, etc. And one of the needs that we have, we need to recognize a more robust leadership role that's needed in our district around compliance and policy. As you know, a couple of years ago, we named Heather Hardy as the compliance officer for Weber School District. And at that time, she was tasked with basically kind of conducting investigations, making sure that we were following the proper protocols around bullying, harassment, Title IX, things like that. But slowly, over a couple of years, as things happen and needs change, we've asked her to take on a whole lot more. And so we realized that position really merits a director role in our district. She's directing policy along with the great Heidi Alder, as you know, and the policy committee that Jan and Kelly sit on. She also is overseeing all the investigations. We need her training. We've talked about the need for training for our employees and our students and in our schools, and Heather has been selected through the interview process to become the director of compliance and policy. We're just expanding her scope and her responsibilities. And so Board, I would recommend to you that we formalize this appointment, and after, if you agree to that, I'll circle back and tell you just a little bit more, remind you how great Heather Hardy is in this position.
Okay, Board, I would look for a motion from what Superintendent Butters just gave us, to approve the administrative appointment of Heather Hardy. Jan and Kelly, thank you. Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thanks.
Awesome. All right, Heather, come on up.
Congratulations.
Director Hardy.
Heather. I think this is where you give a speech, isn't it?
Well, she's coming here to the mic, and we'll get to know who's here with her tonight a little bit too. But I just want to remind the board about Heather's background. She graduated from Weber State University with a bachelor's of science in social work. She has her master's of arts in educational counseling, and she did her administrative endorsement from Southern Utah University. She's been in education for 21 years, and I want you just to hear the kind of the scope of all of the different roles that she has served in and led in that and the expertise that you can imagine she brings to this role because of that. She's been a special education counselor for 5 years, a special education coordinator for 4 years. She's been an administrative intern, junior high assistant principal, and then she served at Snowcrest Junior High as the principal for 5 years. She's also worked outside of education with DCFS, JJS, conducting investigations of a sensitive nature around some of the family issues that we face in our society, and she brings that wealth of experience with her to this role as well. She's been married to her husband Brad for 25 years. She's got 2 daughters and 1 son-in-law, 3 French Mastiffs, puppies, and they love to travel, especially to the beach and into the mountains camping. Heather, congratulations, welcome. And please introduce anybody that's with you and address the board.
All right, thank you, Superintendent Butters, Board President Whittleson, and the board for this opportunity. I'm so excited to expand my role as the Compliance and Policy Director. I love policy and compliance. I'm not sure too many people do, but it's my passion, and just get ready for more policies each month. Sorry, but we're gonna get through this and get them all updated. So thank you for this opportunity. But I just want to introduce who's here tonight. I have my son-in-law, Austin, and my daughter, Taylor, and their soon-to-be parents coming up in April. I'm super excited for that.
Congratulations.
And my husband, Brad, who's been supportive of all my positions in the district, and my mom, Pam, and my dad, Craig, Pam and Craig Canny. So thanks for being here tonight.
Wonderful. Thank you. We'll be hearing more from you in the future, I imagine.
Yes, you will. You will.
Could we
Thank
hide
you.
them in the consent calendar?
That's why we have that policy, right?
Bingo. Thank you. Heidi Alder, please.
Good evening, Superintendent, President Winnison, Board. We have a couple of policies that we are asking the Board to adopt on second reading. The first one is policy 5201, our bullying policy. We presented that last month, and we have had no comments, no feedback, no changes made to the policy. So I would present 5201 to the Board to be adopted on second reading.
Thank you. Board, I'd look for a motion to approve the updated policy 5201, bullying, on a second reading. Bruce and Kelly, any discussion on that? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thank you.
The second policy that we presented last month is policy 6800. It's our GRAMA, Governmental Records Access and Management Act policy. We also didn't have any feedback, comments, or changes made to that policy since we presented it to the board last month. So we would ask the board adopt policy 6800 on second reading.
Okay, Board, I'd also look for a motion for the approval of updated policy 6800, Utah Government Records Access and Management. John, Jan, any discussion on that one? Questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thank you.
We have three new policies, 3 policies on first reading. They're not all new. The first one is policy 4120, our student discrimination and harassment policy. We updated some definitions and some procedures, and we also changed the names of some department heads who were overseeing some of these investigations and procedures. We present policy 4120 to the board on first read and are open to any questions that you might have about the policy.
Okay. I would need a motion to approve the updated policy 4120, student discrimination and harassment, on a first reading, please. Janice and Jan, any comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Okay.
The next policy is a brand new policy. It's policy 4195. It's titled Section 504 Student Accommodation Policy. And this policy just puts into place some practices that we have been implementing for years surrounding Section 504 accommodation plans for students with disabilities. We just haven't had a policy with the processes and procedures in place. And so we would propose that the board adopt on first reading, or review on first reading, policy 4195, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Okay. Looking for a motion to approve new policy 4195, section 504, student accommodations, on a first reading. Kelly. Jan, any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thank you.
The last policy is policy 6600. We had repealed a policy because we took some of that policy and put it into a different policy. And we are taking the other part of that repealed policy and re-implementing it with some modifications and some greater detail about our process for naming schools, mascots, and facilities, and renaming if we have to. So we would present policy 6600 to the board on first reading.
Thank you. Board, I need a motion to approve the updated policy 6600 naming of school facilities and mascots on a first reading, please. John, second. Bruce, any questions, comments? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
All I've got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As always, we appreciate your help. That is the end of our agenda for tonight.
Whoa, whoa. 6:17
Hey,
is
hey,
the problem.
Yeah. I can get used to that. I would ask for a motion to
So moved.
dismiss. John? Second?
Nobody wants to go.
Janice, thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your time. Thanks for coming in. Board, if we could slip into superintendent's office for just a minute, and we'll hand out those packets, and we can be done. Thank you.